Hello, welcome back to my channel, Andrew Winnipeg Podcast Menenko. This section is Andrew Reads the News. I will be reading from the Winnipeg Free Press today, Wednesday, January 20th, 2021 edition. All credit goes to the copyright goes to the Winnipeg Free Press and Joyanne Persaga. City ponders freedom from permit penalty. All credit goes to Joyanne Persaga of the Winnipeg Free Press. You can find Joyanne Persaga at Joyanne, Joyanne Persaga, Pursaga at freepress.mb.ca. Twitter, Joyanne_Persaga. This is just for educational purposes. City ponders freedom from permit penalty. The City of Winnipeg is to consider whether an amnesty program should excuse penalty fees from those who fail to obtain building permits in an effort to bring their projects into compliance. Council's Property and Development Committee has ordered a public service report on whether such a program should be offered to some homeowners. Councillor Sean Nason championed the change, which he hopes will entice more residents to purchase the correct construction permits and meet safety standards as soon as possible. Because of COVID, a lot of people have been doing home renovations. This would educate them on the benefits of having a permit inspection for life safety, said Nason of Transcona. The councillor expressed concern some Winnipeggers may not have obtained permits for projects that could leave them vulnerable to a greater safety risk, perhaps because they weren't aware that they needed them. He said some have also bought homes whose past owners failed to get permits from home improvements, which could leave the new owners on the hook for any penalties. Nason hopes the city can target an amnesty program toward those groups for a 1-year period. We need the ability for residents to get a permit, get it done quickly, and be compliant. The program should apply only to those who live in an affected home and require them to address any violations or code deficiencies. Amnesty from penalties would not be offered for projects where the city has already taken corrective action, Nason's motion notes. Peter Squire, a vice president with the Winnipeg Regional Real Estate Board, welcomed the idea, even though he stressed such support is personal and not an official board position. Squire said he's aware of multiple home buyers who received city notices that they could be penalized for unpermitted projects even though the construction took place before their purchase. Our homeowners may find themselves in a position where they're not clear on where they stand, and this may be a way of dealing with all those outstanding permits, he said. It doesn't seem fair that this new homeowner is now responsible for clearing it up with when they had nothing to do with the original project. However, Squire cautioned the city should also set clear criteria to ensure Winnipeggers don't abuse an amnesty program by intentionally skipping the permit process and asking for forgiveness later. It shouldn't condone or let someone off the hook when they knowingly should have taken a permit out, Councillor Sidney Gilroy, Property and Development Committee Chairwoman, echoed the call for clear eligibility limits to avoid misuse. We do want to encourage people to follow the rules, said Gilroy of Daniel McIntyre Ward, adding she supports waiving penalty fees for recent homebuyers who would otherwise be fined for the work of others. It may give us the ability to make sure certain work is done properly and safely. She said the public service report should offer key details that determine whether an amnesty program is feasible, including what it could cost in lost penalty fees. The report is expected in about 3 months. Peter Squire, a vice president with the Winnipeg Regional Real Estate Board, says he supports Councillor Sean Nason's motion to offer a building permit amnesty. Thank you very much.